Having said that, though, my initial reaction to this scenario, or scenarios like this, because I play regularly. I play here at the Game Hub on a regular basis. Every Wednesday they have Commander Night, so I get a couple of games in there. There's other local shops that I play at too. So I've been playing, something else that comes up here is I've been playing with a wider range of people, and a lot of people that I'm not familiar with their decks and stuff like that. You and I we've played as a pod. Our core four have been there for years now. Ever since Commander, we played Magic before that too. But that influences one thing. That influences threat assessment, of course. But playing against random people and stuff, I find myself having to be up the game. Anyhow, my point of this initially was having fun with it. My solution to this, and the only way that I saw for me to get out of this, the situation, or how to make the best of the situation, is politics.
Okay, yeah.
That is, to me, that is the solution. Now, this isn't supposed to have one right answer. It was just a question to get us talking here. But politics is the best solution to that, to have a good time. We've already had the rule 0. We're starting to play. In the most recent example that I can think of in my head, player 1 was almost playing solitaire. Our player B was almost playing solitaire because of that. So a consistent disruption of their commander and commander tax slowed that down. I don't want to say the new player wasn't a threat, but like you said, it was the lowest of the tier level.
Right.
Until he wasn't. In the specific case that I'm thinking about, he had Boring Click, so suddenly he's a threat. It shifts. Then we also have another player that's playing, and again, I don't want to get into specifics of who this was. I don't want anybody to think I'm salty about what happened or whatever. It just seemed like it was a good example, because again, I had fun. I had fun with the deck that I played, because it was Kalia, so it's always going to be good for me. Anyhow, the other deck featured oozes. And they kept growing and growing in the power and stuff like that. So, again, playing Kalia, they were board wipes, so go over. To be had. Anyhow, I didn't necessarily win the game, but it was just my thought on threat assessment, like how is it important, when does it come into play? The most important thing, I think, is rule 0, and the second most important thing is have fun with it and use politics. Now, some people aren't comfortable with politics. What are your thoughts on playing politics through the game?
Politics, I view politics as like the equalizer in any sort of game.
Yeah.
Because you could have a player like really, they're going through their turns, going through their game plan, and if it turns into a game of Archenemy, like that person is, SOL.
Yeah.
Like
generally, you can't take on 3 other players and be
generally
speaking, you can't. Or you're playing something that's maybe should have been discussed a little bit more turn 0. I don't know, but fair enough.
But yeah, politics. I mean, it really throws in that wrinkle in whatever your game plan or your supposed game plan was going to be.
Right.
Because if even if it's not like a game of Archenemy,
right?
Like any sort of wrinkle that can be put into your gears, so to speak, like to disrupt your plan, like that'll take you off the tracks.
Yes.
And that could be the difference between winning and losing,
for sure.
For sure. But politics are fun. Being a witness to politics often, and being part of the politicking that happens. It's good fun. It's good times.
Well, and I think my general feeling is, again, it's always the gathering. It's always the meeting of other people and playing that's the best part of Magic. I've seen in playing a wider range of people and stuff, so many people that are so focused on winning, and just let my deck do what I want it to do. Well, why are you playing Magic then? Why are you at a table where you're going to interact? You have to. You don't have to. You should be. I think you should be interacting.
Oh yeah,
that's my personal opinion.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. What do you think? So are politics an important part of your game? Do you like solitaire decks? Do you like decks that just run themselves? Leave those comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. It's a little bit different, something just a strictly discussion this time. We will be back with some more deck techs, and thanks for joining me.
All right, my pleasure.
Thank you for joining us.